Welcome to the Modern Day Pulpit. Tonight we will be discussing the COVID-19 stimulus and fiscal policy. Just to give some background on the event, on December 12th of 2019, the coronavirus illness infected a group of patients in Wuhan, China, and spread across the world. In response, many businesses have been closed down and the economy has suffered in a downfall. The coronavirus caused many issues, including, but not limited to, stunting supply chains, skyrocketing prices of particular goods and services, and shutting down small businesses. To combat the recession caused by the lockdown from the coronavirus, the United States government implemented procedures of fiscal policy. They lowered interest rates for loans and gave stimulus checks to qualified citizens, as well as assisting unemployed citizens.
The issue with expansionary fiscal policy is that while it may help lessen the recession caused by the coronavirus, the effect can cause inflation to occur short after. By lowering interest rates and cutting taxes, the U.S. government increases the activity of consumer spending for goods and services. The government also provided stimulus checks. These checks helped keep middle and lower class people afloat while they bounced between jobs after being laid off. Mortgage and student loan payments were put on hold to ensure that people would not become homeless. Giving out bailouts to businesses also kept people employed and protected investments. This can strengthen households and firms financially, but may also increase national debt and may cause inflation.
Supply and demand has been greatly affected by the coronavirus as well. The virus has hurt the supply of many goods and services. Many factories have been stunted in their production from the lack of workers that were forced to quarantine for prolonged periods of time due to the exposure to the illness. And demand skyrocketed for certain goods such as cleaning supplies, and toilet paper was in shortage from public hysteria of the lockdown.
The U.S. government has had many roles in helping the economy overcome the coronavirus financially. They oversee stimulus paychecks and those who qualify for them. They regulate safety and lockdown protocols for businesses, assist and support unemployed individuals, and lower interest rates for loans. While not every measure taken was effective, the economy has gotten out of the trough. The employment rate has also gone down from one of the highest historical rates. Lowering the interest rates also help businesses stay in business and keep people employed. The international community helps predominantly with the health and safety of countries by limiting travel, enforcing lockdown, and creating vaccines and medicine for those affected.
The government as a whole helped tremendously with the economic downfall from the pandemic. The middle and lower class citizens were assisted with paid unemployment and stimulus checks to help circulate their wealth throughout the economy, while larger companies were able to stay in the green, providing jobs and goods and services to the public.
While the government assisted in paid unemployment, this did not help with the unemployment itself. When the lockdown began, it was far more difficult to obtain a steady job for many middle to lower class citizens. Many were laid off, making the few jobs available in high demand. This high demand drove down wages. On top of the unemployment, certain goods and services became scarce, and the local and federal government did little to regulate consumption. Toilet paper and cleaning supplies were in shortage, and sit-down restaurants were nearly shut down. Many small businesses were driven out of business due to the severity of the lockdowns. Bigger companies benefited greatly from this, absorbing lots of market share.
To solve these issues in the short term, inflation could be lessened by raising interest rates on bank loans, which will restrict consumers from borrowing and limit expansion in our economy, ultimately stunting inflation. Solutions for the long term would be to introduce low interest rates to deflate our economy slowly over time. Thank you.